All right, guys, let's check out a watch that, at least in my community, is kind of slept on, and I think this is one that people need to look at. This is the Momentum Aquamatic IV in the 42 millimeter variant. I believe there's a 44 as well, but this seems to be the sweet spot for the size. I think the proportions of the watch. Although I haven't handled the 44 millimeter, this one definitely has some characteristics that I really like. It's not perfect, but no watch really is. So width on this, I measure 41.9 millimeter. The lug to lug is a 50 millimeter. The thickness of this is one of the highlights. It's only 12 millimeter thick. It is so thin. Has a flat sapphire crystal up top with a date magnifier, which could benefit from some serious AR coating on the date magnifier. It works, but in a lot of angles or light, right here is probably about the best you're going to see it. There were some times I was looking at it with light reflection on it that just made it impossible to tell the date. 22 millimeter lug opening, and the bracelet does taper down to 20. Polished center links, smudge and scratch magnets. I'm sure fold over clasp, only 3 micro adjust, and a keeper there. You also have a display case back showing off the higher grade Miyota 9015, full gold tone to it, beats at 4 hertz, hacking, hand winding, all of that good stuff. This is part of the reason why this watch is so thin, is because of the choice of movement. Price point on this thing is $629. These are assembled in Canada, as Momentum is a Canadian company. I have a couple other watches from Momentum in the background. I'll show you those. That's typically where I was exposed to the brand, as these guys here, the C Quartz, which I'm a huge fan of these. But this automatic, Aquamatic, the automatic version of this thing is going to be a joy to wear with the offset crown, kind of near that 4 o'clock position, and it's so dang thin, and just super legible, other than the date magnifier is has a little bit of glare going on. So what else do we have going on here? 120 click bezel. It looks to be a ceramic bezel insert. I couldn't find on their website where it definitively explained that to me. A little bit of play in the bezel, kind of spongy feeling, but other than that, it gets the job done. So no real complaints there. 7 millimeter signed crown as well. So let's take off the Visitor watch that I'm wearing right now, that I've been wearing for the last couple of days, and this guy here. And let's put on the Momentum. It has split pins, so really easy to size. I've done videos on it. It's actually my most viewed video. You just slide them out, take out a couple links, slide it back in, put it in place, and you're good to go. So you can see there, you can get this in black as well. This is a blue. It's a nice dark blue. But you can see right there, the thinness of the watch is really going to be the highlight for this thing. That and the offset crown, I think. Well, in sword hands, and I don't know, this watch has a lot going for it. For the $630 price point, it's getting up there. It's definitely about that $500 happy place that I used to talk about, where the dollar is worth less now than it was then. So that's slightly inflated. So 630, the new 500, I think it's probably close to that. And this one could be a contender if you're looking for something different. Just like you guys, I watch these videos of like top 10 or the best watches in this price point and stuff like that. And usually what I do when watching those videos, and this is going to sound messed up, but I usually remember those videos, and I almost never go buy those exact watches. I don't know why it deters me from wanting those watches, because I know most people, because those videos will have like 50, 80, 100,000 views on them. Well, most people are going to probably look at those, and that video will persuade them to actually purchase that watch. I would rather have a watch that is a little bit slept on or overlooked. It's not, has a huge mass appeal to it. It's a little quirky maybe. And those are the watches that I go after. So when people ask me, like, what should I get in this price point? I would almost advise you to go watch all those videos, do all that research, and make a list of watches that you maybe don't want, and then that'll help you figure out what you do want. That's the way my monkey brain works. I don't know if that's helpful to you or not, but that's just the way it goes for me. Really nice, sharp, polished sword handset on there. Nice applied markers. Super legible, like I said, other than some of the glare at some angles. And you're going to get that with a lot of other date magnifiers. At least it has a 2.5 times date magnifier. So it does, work as far as being able to read the date without readers on or something if you have aging eyes. Let's check out the lume on this thing. It should be a pretty decent performer. There we go. Nice and bright, plenty legible. And then here's that C quartz next to it. So Momentum bringing some sweet watches to the market at affordable price points. These quartz ones are really affordable, and the automatics, double the price, and there you go. Now you got yourself a Momentum automatic. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next vid.